See Ellery's and Dave Elmorad and Perlita, Bernard LaChance, E. Little Freeman, and Taco Joe and Robo Rapist Knight, Red Randy, and 1961 Oyster Cracker Man. It's really not that hard to figure out that the group of you, it's like it's a convent house, went down into Jonestown or the Branch Davidians, Texas, right? Waco, Texas, right? Or the Havens Gate, and you guys basically raped and mutilated families of that. So either the Cantiers, the Beswicks, the Fausts, the Millers, right? And then you guys set in your Negro story, All American. Oh, that's where the oyster cracker thing is. There's a way down there and raped and mutilated those families while they were sleeping and doing their thing. That's Joe's whole stint, because he's supposedly anti-religious. That's why he hovers over with Harry and the Cowboys. And that's why they stole all this shit and ripped it all apart, stealing my dad's stuff. And so they then go back down there and put in the Negro story for Elton and all, then Don Wiley, and supposedly they're the perfected people, but never were. So while they run that, they basically, their group, Bernard and Taco Joe and the Robo Rapist Knight and Red Randy of the Carney and the football, Harry and them, always go around and grifted and stole from people, Dave and the Negroes and the Perlita. And then they run the All-American thing, thinking they're so badass about supposedly saving everyone and all that shit. But it's really not that hard, Dave, Perlita, and Bernard Ellery. The theory is not that hard to figure out, that you're a group of fucking pedophile pieces of shit. Rapist Joe, that's why I call you Satan. So they got an idea from Israel or Korea or the Germans, and then or in England, and then they brought it down into the cold, right? Communist cold, because they were overseas. Jonestown was overseas. And then they implemented it down there, and then they brought it up through Mexico. And then they spread, Perlita and all them were proud to spread their little disease. And then they made the Hiltons sick, the Bowmans and the Kennedys sick, the Fausts, the Millers, that's why Bernard E. LaChance, the fag of the inbreed of LaCarney, is obsessed over Kimberly Beswick and the Kintier girl, because I was friends with them. And so the Robo Rapist Knight there runs this rape factory, and that's what they do. That's why they think it's funny, and they use the sports football. And they use the Negroes, and Negroes do the Carney. You think it's all funny. But the thing is, guys, it has a negative turn on you, because you guys made yourself sick because you wanted to be fucking stupid. See, the Suicide Squad. So Joe and the Robo Knight forced people, as they came up before I was around maybe, to commit suicide, and that's what Joe does. That's his obsession. So they were trying to put in the blue girls and blue boys to clean up and fix that problem, but that fucking fag needs to go, obsessed over his little toy boat in the El Cortez World War II, and that's what Ellery and Elton and Bernard and them all do. They run their con scam and their crypto to feed the criminal element. And that's why they also attacked the Schwartzes, me, Carney Card, McDonald's. So Joe Zillig, the All-American Antilla there, is a rapist, pedophile, thief, and that's what they used that for after the mass suicide. And then they blame the Negroes for all the problem, but it's really the All-American experimentator and Bernard E. LaChance, the fag of LaCarney. That's why he came up and made a hack when it was working. And then they went and raped, bridges went down and raped children who were Russian or Jew. Dies overseas. Because they used children overseas, that's why they used the boats. And then they stole all the pieces out of people's heads, you're not a bitten. And then they tried to make it all set up with Joe's supposed magical LGBT rainbow faggot land. But that was to cover up that they were murderers and rapists and thieves. That's why Joe's whole family got sick, because he's a murderer. That's why we started doing that way, Joe. So we could prove that you and Bernard the LaCarney and the Ellery's and the Elton and Don Wiley and the Oyster Cracker Mans, you rape them while they're sleeping in the bitted bat floor, and the blue boy boxes are a comic book too. That's why Hollywood celebrities are sick and shit, because Joe was anti certain Hollywood celebrities, and if the kids liked the movies, he got jealous. And that's why people are all fucked up and shit, because Joe and the All-American Antilla Man were fucking rapists. The truck driving. So he grabbed the child hovering britches, separated the boy and girl, and Bridges drove up his truck to Oregon and then over to Michigani and ran it down. Your plot, so he could sleep with the Zion girl, or the Eden girl, the Atlantis girl, and that's why all of the Robo Rapist Knight and them cover up his rape, but they all tried to pretend, Cowboy Country and Western tried to pretend to be the hero, and that's why nobody evolved, because because, Joe never allowed it. His obsession is, raping boys. And that's why they cut people open and made them shit. That's why they ruined Bailey stuff and Kim's stuff and the people who actually worked to get it going. And that's why Harry and all them are fucking pieces of shit. That's why it loops. That's why Karen and them have social stuff. Because Joe and All American Adilla and Ellery were in those houses and they keep repeating it to keep running away. That's why they use the Hiltons and the Kennedys in the moment, NBC, Rockefeller Center, and then Rothschild. Shh, Robo Rapist Night. You guys created a fucking massive problem because 3 times in a row they tried to fix it, but you want to be a massive, stupid fucking faggot with DJ Dave Ballamore at it and see why you guys are replicating it. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Team spoil the Michigani. You bit it out, Joe. You're a fucking murdering fag, Indian fool. I want my Indian back. I want to be the minister. There's the Negroes that came and turned everybody into zombies. The comic book of I'm more popular. Too bad you guys fucked up all those tubes because you're a dumb fuck, Joe. You can't have 2, but you tried and it fucked you up massive. And so good luck, supposed ruler of the earth and the cosmos, hovering over supposed lawman, Jehovah Joe, Bernardo Lagarni and Perlita. Because you guys are fucking screwed for doing that again and not doing it properly.